Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. And it's a wonderful day here in Northern Illinois. Just beautiful sunshine in spite of all the snow this weekend. But Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and I just wanted to share a little side dish that you could do in either the oven or you could do it in your quick cooker from Pampered Chef or some other pressure cooker as well. I originally saw this recipe in relish.com, and it's lots of steps to do it. You cook a lot of things on the stovetop, and then you have to stuff the pumpkins and then put them in the oven to bake for like 45 minutes. And I just don't want to take all that time. So my wheels got turning. How can I make this easier and faster? And that is what I love about the new Pampered Chef quick cooker pressure cooker. I tried this a couple of weeks ago, and it was kind of like, okay, we got to adjust some things. So today is my second trial run to do this in the quick cooker, hopefully with some better results. It was great last time. The rice just didn't get done because I did the steam setting instead of the brown rice setting. So we're going to try the brown rice setting today and see how it turns out. So what I've done is I've taken a small pie pumpkin, and the recipe is for like 3 pie pumpkins or a 3 to 4 pound Cinderella pumpkin. So I'm just going to do one because it's just going to be probably me eating this. I don't think I'm going to get my husband to eat it. And I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Ellen Trom, and I am a Pampered Chef consultant, and I'm excited to share one of our new items in the catalog that is saving me lots of times in my kitchen, and that is the quick cooker. So I have hollowed out my pumpkin with our scoop loop. This is great for seeding pumpkins and acorn squash, spaghetti squash, pretty much peppers, all sorts of things. Handy little guy, kind of wide on one end, narrow on the other, so it fits most needs that you will have and easy to hold. So I already did that. I saved the top of my pumpkin because this is going to go on top and be like keep the rice boiling and the liquid absorbing correctly in the pumpkin. And I have set my pumpkin in our small stainless mesh colander so that it'll be easier to get in and out. It's too tall for me to set it on the rack that comes with the quick cooker, but I want to be able to get it out a little bit easier than what I did last time. So we're learning. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my camera a little bit so you could see our beautiful quick cooker here, and I'm going to take the lid off. I have to make sure that my steam valves are correct. This button it can go down and it pops that up to release the steam, but to start with I'm going to want it level, and there are 2 steam icons that I'm going to make sure are pointing the same direction. Now what is nice about this is that my hand is going to be away from the steam when I go to release this. So that is very important to me as a safety feature. So I'm just going to take this off, and I'm going to set this over here out of the way. You can see I've got some water in there, and a little tip to get your pressure cooker to come to pressure faster is just put it on the sear setting and let that water start to get hot in the bottom of the pan. Now I just got done doing hard-boiled eggs in here, and now I'm going to just transition to my pumpkin side dish. So I don't have to transfer it once it's got some water in it. I'm going to set my pumpkin in there, and I've got 3/4 of a cup of rice here, and I'm just going to kind of guess. And I'm thinking about a 1/2 cup is going to be all that I need to go in there, because that's going to expand quite a bit, and I've got some other stuff. Well, let's try. Let's do the whole 3/4 cup. And then I've got 3/4 of a cup of water, because when I'm going to cook here in the pressure cooker, when I cook rice in the ceramic pot, in on top of my salsa chicken in here, it's equal parts rice and water. So, and I had just a little bit of I didn't want to open a whole can of chicken broth, so I took part of a bouillon cube, chicken bouillon cube, and put it in with my water to give it a little bit of flavor. The original recipe calls for turkey sausage to be browned and put in here, and you could definitely do that. But since it's a side dish for me, I'm not going to worry about that so much. I'm thinking this would be good with leftover turkey to do this after Thanksgiving as a unique presentation and something different to do with your leftover turkey in here. So I've taken that. The recipe does call for some onion to be chopped, and I skipped that step because for one, it doesn't use a whole onion, and I just don't want to, I didn't have a small onion. But I do have some chopped up apple that I'm going to stick in here. And I did that in our manual food processor that makes short work of anything that you need to chop, and it can be done finely or otherwise. And I like apple in with my rice stuffing. And since I didn't put any onion in here, I'm going to use a little bit of our 3 onion rub, about a teaspoon, and I'm going to put that in there. And lost my lid, sorry. And then this is a little something unusual. The recipe calls for some sage and oregano and things like that, but I don't like sage, so I'm going to put in some Jamaican jerk rub from Pampered Chef as well. And last time I got a little much, so I'm going to do just a little bit here, not quite a teaspoon, more like a half a teaspoon, and that's going to be probably plenty to flavor this little pumpkin. And then we're going to put some cranberries in here, and our last step is to press a clove of garlic in, and then we're just going to mix that up in the pumpkin, okay? And you can see the steam starting. My water's getting hot, and so we're just going to put that in there, scrape that all off, because we want all that garlicky goodness. Garlic is so good for you. And then I'm just going to stir this up in the pumpkin, okay? So this is easy. Okay, this is saving me lots of time because at this point it's dump and pour, all right? And then just stir it all up, and you can change up the stuffing. I'm going to post the original recipe in the comments section for you. But this is my little adaptation. It turned out pretty tasty last time, except I was a little heavy on the onion and a little heavy on the Jamaican jerk rub. So now that I'm going to try and get this on so that it sits right on here so that the lid on my quick cooker goes correctly. There we go. Okay, so I got my little pumpkin going, and then I'm going to put my lid on. Okay. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to turn off the sear feature. And we've got 16 settings on here, and there is a brown rice feature. So we're going to try that this time and see if our rice gets done, so I don't have to stick it in the microwave at the end to finish it. So I'm just going to spin this around to brown rice, and it's going to cook for 15 minutes. And I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see what happens when this comes to pressure here. Oh, and it's all ready to pressure. The little white or the little red button comes on up, and it will start to build pressure and then cook very, very quickly. So hopefully it's not going to be too much here. So yeah. All right. That's the first time it's come up that quick, so we'll see what it does. My numbers are not here, so I think I'm going to turn this off and make sure that my pumpkin did not, I'm going to turn it around here. It did come to pressure some, but not a whole lot. But my indicator is up, and I wonder if it pushed on my pumpkin. So we're just going to reset that and make sure that we are doing this the safe way. All right, so let's try this again. And I'm gonna X out And we're just gonna start again. This is live, so things happen, right? Okay, so I'm on brown rice. Now I'm gonna press start. Don't forget to press start. Nothing happens. Figured that out a couple of times. So we'll be back. And thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you check out my website and our new quick cooker at www.pamperedchef.biz/Ellen Traum. And Traum is Traum. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully we will have a good result here in about 20-25 minutes. Take care.